All right, everybody, welcome into today's show. It is the Week 5 breakdowns. I'm your host, Jesse.
It's Lee.
I
said it's Lee this time. Not
I'm
just
just-
Lee. It's Lee.
I just keep having those flashbacks to last week. All right, yeah, it's October 12th, Wednesday. Waiver wire pickups just went through. Waiting for the Thursday night matchup. We're going to break everything down this week, guys. All right, first we'll start off with with last week's matchups. And the first game we're going to look at is Asian Sensation versus Boobies. Lopsided game. Asian Sensation took this down 157 over 92. Boobies with a disappointing 96.72 in that league.
Well, Boobies, now you took over the toilet bowl.
Yep, definitely got the toilet bowl award this week. Sensation got manager of the week with the most proficient team. He set the most optimized lineup, so nice job there, Asian, with the burning Sensation. Yeah, Sensation had Travis Kelce go, well, nuts, but with the 25 yards of receiving, but he had 4 touchdowns for 30 points. So that kind of got it, that was just a little cherry on top for Sensation this week.
Yeah, he had a very well-rounded team this week. Everybody averaged close to 20, I believe. Kelce went 30 points with 4 TDs, 25 yards. That's nuts. I'll take him, though, if you want to give him up.
Yeah. Surprising was Barkley. I thought, when he went down with that shoulder, I thought it was over. I was like, oh, there it is. Doll down.
Yeah, his dolls are going down.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time. We talked about that with Rashad Penny. That finally happened last week. It's only a matter of time there, Sensation.
Yeah, but if you want to give up Barkley, I'll take him still.
For Boobies, the fantasy guys were just not on his side this week. Teddy Bridgewater, he picks up the play, goes down in the first play. T. Higgins is in his lineup. He plays 7 snaps and never returns to the game. Just did not have any luck on his side. He did score pretty good with Breece Hall, but, 32 points out of his 96. That means the rest of his team didn't do anything.
Yeah, the defense still came through 49ers, but he had 3 players with goose eggs on his lineup.
Yeah, never a good thing if you're getting that many goose eggs. You already know you're done for the week. So, congratulations to Sensation on that win. The next matchup is Blind Squirrel versus Natan. Now, we thought this was going to be the toilet bowl, game of the week. But Blind Squirrel finally found his nut.
Yeah, man. Blind Squirrel, come on now. I picked you, baby.
Not out of the playoffs yet, buddy.
Yep, you're hanging in there.
Yeah, Blind Squirrel had Henry go off for 31, and Kamara went for 26. I told you, man, Derrick Henry. Listen, it's snowing in Vermont, so the Yeti is on the field now.
Yeah, and then he got Derek Carr. That was a good trade, I believe, because 20-plus points. I'm better than Matt Stafford did.
Yeah, Carr was a good pickup. He played well. I don't think a lot of, especially after the last few weeks, did not realize Carr had that deep ball in him because he was not throwing the ball down the field very much.
And even your kicker, Tucker. Tucker had 16 points. Well done.
Yeah, and biggest thing for him is he had Henry and Kamara, but now he picks up Kenneth Walker, who he's been stashing on the bench, and Penny finally went down. So now he automatically has 3 viable starting running backs. So, listen, the more guys he gets back and gets healthier, the more dangerous Blind Squirrel's going to get here coming down the stretch.
Yeah, he scored 155. That just shows you that when your team start lining up, it's the right timing right now, too. In the beginning, yeah, you got some losses, but start winning from now, you'll make the playoff. Sure.
Yep. Nathan continues to have roster issues. The only things that really scored anything for him was QBs. He had Mahomes.
I think that's all he had.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. The rest of it, he had Jalen Waddle, but he's got no Tua. CEH, listen, we like CEH playing, but he's become touchdown dependent.
Yeah, he and I called it too. I was like, well, he finally played him after 3 weeks.
Yeah.
He's not going to do anything. And sure enough, he didn't do anything. It was all Kelce that game.
I think he finally learned his lesson and dropped Chase Edmonds because Chase Edmonds has just fallen off the planet.
I'm going to have to pick him up because he might start going off now.
Yeah, and then I'm curious to see Gibson. He had Gibson going, but now, that seems like a 3-man rotation in Washington.
Yeah.
I just don't see the volume getting to Gibson, and who's going to get the goal line work in that offense to hopefully fall in the end zone. That's going to be curious going forward. Next matchup was Joe Mama versus Foggy Toast. Close matchup. Joe
Yeah.
Mama takes us down 148
Yeah.
over 123.
I mean, he had, like I said last week, he had Chubbs, Cooper Cup. I mean, Jesus. Just them alone is like, I think, 70 points.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
half of his whole team, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Cooper Cup and Chubb, I think they combined for, what is that, 67 points?
Yeah, close to 70 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, his kicker got 16 points.
Yeah, you know you're having a good day when your kicker is
Yeah.
getting up there. I mean, you know you're having a great day.
Yeah,
No.
just like I thought, too, you know. Chase, he didn't really do much again. I mean, he had the 50 yards.
Yeah, that's what I was going to point. He had 12 targets.
Yeah.
He had 7 catches.
Mhm.
He only had 50 yards receiving. Now, I don't know what this is. Is this a new game plan from the Bengals, or is this compensating for the lack of an offensive line they have there?
It might be both. I don't know. I mean, they don't look like the old Bengals that was a powerhouse.
No, I mean it. And if you notice, the first few weeks it was all 5 and 7 step drops for Burrow, but he just kept getting pounded back there. Now it looks like they've gone to that quick passing game, and that's I don't think that fits in the Jamar Chase's wheelhouse.
No, that's not his style. But luckily for Joe Mama, he has Cooper Cup, Mike Evans. Mike Evans didn't do as what he did last week, but he's still gonna be the guy over there in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, he's definitely still going to be in your lineup every week. There's no doubt about that one. Bryce Cypher, Foggy Toast. His running backs did really well. Dalvin Cook, Josh Jacobs, they went nuts. Unfortunately, he had Damian Harris in the lineup. He went down with injury. He had Darren Waller with that, what turns out to be the no improvement trade you guys made between Waller and Herbert.
Yeah. I mean, man, I came out on that one.
Yeah.
I think I scored 1 point.
Yeah, you definitely got more points than him than that. And then Lamar Jackson had another quiet day. That's 2 weeks in a row now.
Yeah.
So he's really riding the back of Lamar Jackson for his victory. So hopefully Lamar can get back on track and help him out this week.
As soon as Lamar Jackson start waking up, does this what was that, the first few weeks what he did?
Yeah.
I think Foggy Toast's lineup's still good.
Yeah, I think he's got. I think Lamar Jackson will get better next week, not this week, simply because he's playing me, and I hope he doesn't. I think he keeps this trend going. I hope.
And what's been hurting him, I think, is Tua going out because he has Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. That's been hard because.
Now
Especially
the third stringer.
Yeah,
now,
the
right?
third stringer. Yeah, I don't. Bridgewater's still in concussion protocol, so who knows if that was it? What's his name? Sage Thompson or something like that.
Never even heard of him.
Yeah. It's
He's not no Cooper Rush.
Yeah. Undrafted rookie. So we'll see how that goes. Next matchup was the Rooks versus Big
man.
Time Sean.
I don't know if I don't want to talk about this.
Oh man,
Jesus.
this one was painful, bro.
Man, it started off with like a 98-yard touchdown, and he has both of them.
That was
Allen
gonna
and
be
Davis.
a long
I mean,
day.
Come on now.
Big Time Sean put up major points.
I think he put up all the points that he could have for the year on this week.
Oh,
so,
first
Jesus.
200 point game this season, man, in our league. So, yeah, as soon as he hit that 98-yard bomb, I went, "Oh no, Lee's in trouble this week."
I mean, even his defense scored 25 points.
Yeah, Dallas defense went nuts.
Jesus Christ.
Which I remember we talked about that last week with Matt Stafford. I told you I really liked the fact that the pass rush
Yeah.
for Dallas was going to get
Yeah.
to Stafford, and it did. It
Yeah.
did. Their pass rush is not bad.
Yeah, Micah Parsons, man, he's a
Oh,
beast.
that guy's a beast.
I think I saw a play when he went out. He got hurt. He came back in and sacked.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah.
guy's a beast.
That
man.
guy's insane. I think he played most of that game hurt.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
could tell he played
Yeah.
most of that game hurt, but he was not coming off that field. So that guy is definitely a beast. He's definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, my team. I had a couple key players. Geno Smith still doing good.
Yep,
I mean,
you're trusting Geno Smith,
yeah,
man.
that's
Hey.
my best player in my lineup the past couple of weeks. I picked up Mostert. I think
Yeah, that was
I
a
think that was a
solid
good
pickup.
pickup.
Yeah, that
From
was a
what
really
I
good
saw,
one.
I mean, they were giving him the ball the most. So I was like, you know what? Let me try him out because my running backs are hurting.
Yeah, especially after when they put in the third string running back, they really relied on Mostert to get the ball more. So that really definitely was
Yeah.
a great pickup by you.
I'm just hoping it continues because I don't have any more backs.
Yeah, Diggs came through for you again. He's been steady. He's 26 points this week.
Yeah, I mean, he did good, but he ain't no Davis this week. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, he did not go off like Davis.
Jesus.
Your biggest thing is Matt Ryan keeps struggling.
Oh, man.
He's not helping. He's not helping you out.
No.
And Jonathan Taylor, who has been non-existent
I
since
have
week
3
one.
Colts players on my lineup.
Yeah, and
It might be time to say goodbye.
Yeah, it's not a good time to have any of that Colts offense right now. That's
The
for sure.
offensive line sucks.
Oh, it's terrible. And Matt Ryan's a statue back there, of course. So
Oh man, I don't know he don't even move.
No.
He see them coming and he just panics, man.
no, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a tough.
I think
tough
I saw a
battle.
player where he pissed his pants and just went down and said,
Oh.
"Please don't hurt me,
Yeah.
guys."
Oh,
I
it's
don't know, man.
it's almost that Tom Brady-esque where he's like, well, I'll just go down right now.
Yeah, Jesus. But Sean, good job, man. You had a really good week this week.
Nice week, Sean. Man, we got to give you your props.
Yeah, that
Nice
was good.
lineup setting. You had some monster games, so good for you,
I
buddy.
don't know if it was the coaching that did anything
No,
good.
no.
You know what I mean? Anybody could have set that lineup and still done good, but you know what? We'll give it to you,
We'll
buddy.
give it to you, buddy. Next matchup was my team versus the Fun Bags.
Well, this was a close matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a slimmest margin of victory for the
Yeah.
week. Jalen Hurts came through for me with 27 points. Thank God Fournette got the ball this week.
And Jefferson we trust,
Yep,
man. Jesus,
Jefferson.
this guy is good.
Oh man, when I made that pick, I was banking on him being the next Cooper Kupp. I mean, Cooper's been more consistent, but Jefferson looks like he's got a bigger ceiling going forward.
Yeah, Jefferson, man. Every time I watch that game, number 18, right? I'm like,
And
Jesus.
the biggest pickup I had is I picked up Ramondre Stevenson,
Nice. That
and
was very good
he
pickup.
had a great week. So like I said, man, if your team's playing Detroit, looks like
Yeah.
Detroit and Seattle. If you got guys playing Detroit and Seattle, go ahead and put them in the lineup. You got a good chance of scoring some points.
Well, no, man, your team. I'm just looking at your team right now. Very well rounded, very balanced on all positions.
Yeah, I'm just a little worried at some of the volume drop and some of the receivers there, but like Christian Kirk, Drake London, of course, that Atlanta Falcons team is struggling. I did pick up Pickens. I'm hoping for a breakout from him. I'm hoping for some huge upside out of Pickens.
I think I might go to the number 1 role over there, man. Deontay Johnson. I don't know. He's getting the targets, but he's dropping a lot of balls this year.
Yeah, he's back to that form we saw a couple years ago where, man, it was almost hard to trust him to catch the ball.
Mm-hmm. Well, so for Fun Bags, man, he has
Dude, he had
Eckler.
Eckler and Adams that went nuts for him.
Eckler, man. Like we talked about this first few weeks about his team. As soon as he woke up, man, I mean,
Oh,
his team's doing all right.
yeah,
you
his
know?
team is not too bad. He's got to have his stars come show out. I mean,
Mhm.
no, the problem with his team is Eckler was huge, Adams was huge. The only other person he had in double digits on his roster for the week was Aaron Rodgers at 16.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers and Murray.
Yeah.
And that was it. Everybody else, yeah, he has some really good key players, but I mean, this week they didn't shine.
No,
You know, Detroit scored nothing, 0.
Yep, yeah, definitely a rough week. Definitely took that down and moved to 4-1 on the season, baby. Moved
There
to
you go.
4-1 on
All
the
right.
season. Oh,
It's a long season. It's a long season, man.
yeah, it'll be fine. It they said what puts me in third place for now, just ahead of you, Lee, in the standings.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I mean,
baby.
man, I dropped to 3-2. I lost the last 2 weeks.
Well, you've got the you got the poop emoji for points against since you gave up 216.
Jesus,
Big time,
man.
Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
So Blind Squirrel thanks you because that was his tag for the first few weeks. So he's happy to get that poop emoji off his.
Man, Blind Squirrel got a 1 in front of
Man,
his record now.
yeah, he does.
Good job, buddy.
Still at the bottom, but not out of the playoffs. I mean, top 6 teams go. Right now, the final playoff spot is Fun Bags, who is at 2-3. So hey, nobody's out of this yet.
Yep, anybody's game.
All right, guys, we'll move on to some news for the week. Biggest news: Matt Rule was fired as Panthers head coach. What is this going to mean for the offense?
Hopefully they trade CMC.
Oh man, I know
That's the
that.
talk right now, but I know it's a rumor. But
Yeah, I mean
man.
they actually came out today and said that they have no intention of trading CMC.
Imagine him going to a contender.
Oh,
Jesus.
you know what? Just imagine him in the Buffalo offense.
Oh my God, man.
If Buffalo could pick him up, oh my
Wow.
God, that team would be crazy. Baker Mayfield out for a few weeks. Looks like a high ankle sprain. Looks like was it PJ Walker coming in, the third string quarterback now, until hopefully Darnold comes back soon.
Well, hopefully he's better than Mayfield, man. Mayfield, I think they had high hopes for him, but
Oh man,
it
he's
looks like he got worse.
Yeah, it was the same story. He's got a great receiver there in DJ Moore.
Yeah,
He is not throwing him the ball.
yeah,
It's odd. He did the same thing in Cleveland when he had OBJ.
yeah. That's
He
what I'm
just
saying.
would
Yeah,
not throw the guy the ball.
exactly. Oh, I just saw this thing, right? So on Darnell Mooney, they're showing his routes.
Oh my God, that
This
guy's so open.
all the time.
Oh, Justin Fields
That
looks
just
terrible.
shows you how important a quarterback is. You know what I mean?
That guy's open on almost every route. He
Yeah.
makes him look silly, and
He's
Fields
breaking
is
their ankles, man.
Fields is missing him by
Because
10, 15
when
yards.
you look at the game or you look at the stats, you're like, oh, he's nothing. But I saw this clips they posted for every game.
Mhm.
He's breaking ankles out
Oh
there.
man, it's
It's like
crazy.
wide open.
He's wide open, and Fields can't get him the ball.
Jesus.
And when he
Christ,
does throw it in his vicinity, Mooney has to make some ridiculous
Yeah, yeah.
circus catch to pull the ball in.
that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
That's
just
crazy.
yeah, and I always said it. Ohio State quarterbacks just come in the league, and they really struggle. They're not taught to throw the ball.
Yeah, obviously not.
You know?
Jeez, man.
Biggest question I got though for you,
Mm-hmm.
Geno Smith, is he
Told you,
that
man.
good? Russell Wilson is that bad, or the Seahawks receivers are that great?
I don't know if it's the players. It could be the system. You know what I mean? Like that's why this year, beginning of the season, I was thinking, oh, Russell Wilson in Denver. Oh man, they're gonna be great. You know? Wow.
Yeah, it's
Geno Smith is a fucking. God, I keep on forgetting. Sorry, but Geno Smith, my highest scoring guy on my
Oh.
team. You know,
Geno Smith is a good. He's made some passes, man.
Yeah.
That touchdown pass to Lockett,
Yeah.
where it's in between like three
It's
guys.
crazy,
Oh,
man.
that was a crazy throw, man. That was on
And,
the money.
Russell Wilson looked like
Yeah.
he never played a game before.
Yeah, Russell Wilson can't throw the ball
He
down
was
10
one
yards
of
on the field.
One of the top QBs people used to go after.
Yeah.
I remember years back. Now it's like, where's that guy?
Oh man, and you don't know what to do with him because if you got him on your roster, you're like, do I drop somebody
Exactly.
like Russell Wilson? I mean, do I
Man.
drop him altogether? It's hard to move, and you can't move him because nobody else wants him.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's almost I'm almost to the point where you just got to drop him, and hopefully somebody else picks him up, and it's their problem. I'm almost to that point with him.
I'm gonna have to pick him up if somebody drops him. Matt Ryan's not doing much for me.
Kyle Pitts, Drake London both came back in the practice. Looks like Jahan Dotson's still out for another week. They play on Thursday night, so a short week. So it's curious any other injury news that we need to talk about. I don't think I saw anything major coming up.
No, I didn't say anything major.
Yeah, Barkley. They say Barkley's fine. That they're not too concerned about that
Yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah, maybe a couple more hits. I don't know.
Yeah, there's some cracks happening in those dolls, man. There's
It's like,
some cracks.
the Asian sensation put some the glue on there to make it
He's-
stick for a little bit
yeah.
longer. You know.
You can either go with him being the puppet master,
Yeah.
or we can just call him Geppetto.
Yeah. For sure, man. For sure.
All right, guys. Players of the week. Quarterback, no surprise here. Josh Allen with 46 points.
Oh my goodness.
Running back was Eckler at 39. He is the last 2 weeks has been on fire.
Yeah. That's
And-
the Eckler that I was looking for all
yeah,
season.
everybody was. And
Yeah.
of course, wide receiver, no surprise here. Gabe Davis with 3 receptions, but he gets 49 points.
Yeah, like almost 50 points. That's what I'm saying. I had Sean. Half of his points came from these two players.
Yep. Yep. Awards for the week. As we told you, manager of the week was Sensation. He had the most proficient team. High score. No surprise. Big time Sean with 216, nearly 217
Yeah.
points. Had he put Pollard in the lineup and took somebody else out, that could have been even higher.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Season high score. Remember last week we talked about Joe Mama
Yeah.
and Sensation battling out for that top spot.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, big time Sean now has
Yeah.
the lead for the season high score over Joe Mama by 0.6 points.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, man, huge week for you, big time Sean.
Better enjoy it now, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. People are coming. People are
Yeah,
coming.
I mean, it's hard to duplicate that.
Yeah,
this
that's
week.
a
you know
tough
what I mean?
one.
Yeah.
Toilet Bowl Award no longer belongs to Blind Squirrel.
Oh, man.
Boobies with a 96 point
Wow.
showing. You get the Toilet Bowl.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh man.
All right, we're going to go.
Girl, man. Thank you. Thank you for proving me right. Dogs come out, man.
Oh, that's great. All right, the stop and drop and roll segment. I'll bring up some names. Lee, you tell me what you would do with them if they were on your lineup.
Okay.
Debo Samuel.
Debo, I think you got to play him.
I know he's been so streaky this year.
Streaky. I think that team's been kind of streaky.
Yeah.
But I think you still got to. I mean, this guy is that good. I think you have to.
You
have
just
to
got to
start
keep rolling
him.
with him.
you
Yeah,
gotta
just keep rolling with him.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. Here's one close, near to your heart. Michael Pittman.
I don't want to drop him, but I'll stash him.
Just stash him, just
I'll
put him on the
stash him,
bench,
yeah.
stop him, and see. Wait till he proves him that he can get some.
I don't think
volume.
it's just him either. I mean, like I said, Matt Ryan's not doing anything. The offensive line is so terrible.
That offensive line was so good last year to be this bad this year.
I think if any other quarterback was in there, like they could maneuver around, it would be different. But,
especially if they still had Wentz who can maneuver and create a little bit more space.
But Matt Ryan, from what I saw, he sits there and he's like, "Fuck it."
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. That's what he's thinking in his head when they're coming in. Instead of trying to maneuver and save the play, he just goes down.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't know where else to go.
No, it's interesting.
So until that is getting fixed, I think Pittman just stash.
Yeah, just a stash. Ezekiel Elliott. Here's an interesting one.
Oof,
big name, big monster name, having such a petty year, I would say.
Toilet bowl year.
Oh, it's brutal. I mean, he's getting carries, but it's not the same.
Pollard's outdoing him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah. It doesn't look.
That's why it sucks, because a player like that, you can't just drop them.
No,
there's still that name.
The name. That's the hardest part to drop.
From that team, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can't drop them, but how long can you stash them?
Yeah.
Because every week it looks like Pollard's getting it.
He's getting the more explosive plays.
Just say when Dak comes back, what would you do? As a team or the owner, what would you do? Cooper Rush is giving you the W.
Yeah. I mean, how do you move on from a guy who's
they
won every game he's
drop
played?
Somebody like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially you're paying Dak Prescott so much money. Why? Yeah, you almost have to. Unfortunately,
so I don't know what they're gonna do. Same thing. I think both of them the same thing. Zeke or Dak, it's the same thing, same situation. I think. So I don't know. I was stashing both. I don't think I could drop them. There's no way. You know what I mean?
Cool. 2 more names for you. 2 more.
Okay.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
Oh, I dropped that sucker. I dropped. Oh, please.
Are you keeping any Kansas City receivers in your lineup if you had any of them?
No way, man.
You just can't trust any of them?
No.
Nobody. It's so spread around.
Yeah, and I noticed too this year. Like I think I mentioned it to you, but with that Tyreek Hill, the whole team is different.
Yeah,
because he was so fast and gets open. Like people are targeting him to where people gets open and they'll make their plays for that week. But this year it seems like, look at Kelsey, only got 25 yards. I mean 4 TDs, but only 25 yards. Whereas before, his guaranteed 100-yard guy.
Yeah, I mean. Kelsey, not Kelsey. MVS was brought in to kind of fill that role that Tyreek, and he has not done that.
Oh, there's no way.
No.
It's one of a kind type of player, I think.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, last one. Antonio Gibson. What do you do with him?
I drop him, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I drop him, yeah.
Yeah,
like you mentioned earlier, there's like 3 heads over there.
Yeah, there's a lot of mouths to feed there. And
they brought that Robinson, right? That's his name.
Yeah, Brian Robinson now, and of course I think he got like 9 carries last week.
I read something earlier. They're saying they're trying to use him more.
Yeah,
because before he got hurt or got shot, he was supposed to be the name of the I mean.
Yeah, he was going to be the main back.
Yeah,
he was going to be the main back.
And
there.
then with that injury, he comes back and he's taking over like slowly, but he's taking over already. Like. I think I'll drop him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll drop him.
All right, guys. Pay attention to that, Natan.
Yeah, he'll do it after the fact.
Yeah, he'll do it next week. Yeah. All right. We're going to go into Week 6 previews, guys. First matchup we got is My in Jefferson We Trust versus the Pokai Prodigies. So, Foggy Toast, can he make a comeback this week?
He has some key players that's questionable. Like I think Tyreek Hill got some kind of minor foot injury. Bateman, he's been hurt, and he doesn't have a bench.
No, he doesn't have much on the bench. He's getting hit with the injury bug.
So if Minnesota doesn't do good, so if Dalvin Cook doesn't do good, Singletary, I think he is like a hit or miss.
Yeah,
he might have a good game, but every week I notice. It's more of Josh Allen show. So he'll run the ball, he'll pass. You know what I mean? So Singletary, if he gets the ball in the end zone, yeah, he's gonna score. But other than that, I don't see much over here.
Yeah, you're almost happy with Singletary getting anywhere from like 10 to 15 touches, and you're pretty happy with that.
Yeah. Yeah, this one I think on Jefferson we trust. Jalen Hurts, I think he's every week one of the most steady, average, 20 plus points QB that you could trust every single week, and he's been shown to do that.
He's got some of that Josh Allen sass, where if they get inside like the 10, the running back's not getting the ball. He's going to take that in himself.
Good for him. I mean, for fantasy wise, yes, I want that.
I mean, what was it? Two rushing touchdowns last week. And they're both QB sneaks, and the one that they're not even giving the running back the ball.
And you got Tom Brady against Pittsburgh D. I don't know where the D went. It went in somebody's mouth. I don't know.
That that whole team is struggling. I mean, especially without J.J. Watt, they get no pass rush now.
Yeah, I mean, man, look at what Buffalo did. Yeah, I know it's Buffalo, it's Josh Allen, this and that, but man, you gotta get this guy. His first 2 scores was 2 receptions, 160 yards, and 2 TDs. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
who's back there? Jesus.
Yeah, and Brady. If you give Brady time, he's gonna pick you apart every time. And it's gonna be curious because that offensive line is not very good, but that defensive line of Pittsburgh's has really struggled.
Yeah, they've been struggling. Yeah, and you got Fournette. Fournette's been doing his stuff, and Jefferson. I mean, you can't go wrong with Jefferson.
Yeah.
You got Pickens on the lineup. I like that. I think that's gonna be the only player that's gonna do anything on that team.
I'm curious to see. I think they have a big week. I'm a little worried because of the weather reports coming out that they say it should rain. That concerns me a little bit. So I may have to pivot depending on what the weather situation looks like.
You got Stevenson on the lineup too. I like that against Cleveland. Yeah. It might be a ground game on that.
Oh yes.
On that, so.
And I think I don't see anybody else. Who else is going to play running back?
That's it.
Damian Harris is out. Ty Montgomery has not come back. I don't think he's been cleared to play.
Yeah.
I think
Stevenson showed that he could do it.
Oh, he can. He can carry the load. So
it's
going to be interesting going forward. All right, who you taking in that matchup?
Oh, and Jefferson we trust, man. I trust Jefferson now.
Oh man, that's
every time I look up number 18, man.
Yeah, the kid's amazing. All right, next matchup. Here it is. Drum roll.
Who's that, man?
It is the Asian Sensation versus Rooks.
I'm very surprised I'm the favorite in this. I don't know. My players hasn't, like I said, Geno Smith is my highest scoring player.
I think this is the battle of the quarterbacks. Trevor Lawrence and Kenny Pickett versus Geno Smith and Matt Ryan.
Well, let's rephrase that. Let's rephrase that to Trevor Lawrence and Kenny Pickett against Geno Smith. Matt Ryan, man, I don't know.
All you need Matt Ryan to do is keep pace with one of those guys.
Just don't throw a pick six,
please.
Oh,
man, he throws a pick six.
Jesus.
You might lose some points, buddy.
Yeah. But, I don't know. I mean, he's still got the monsters, Barkley and McCaffrey. They've been doing good this year. I'm still waiting. I mean, but they're hanging in tough. He has the extra Gorilla Glue or something. I don't know, but they're hanging in tough. I believe Metcalf might have a good game. Arizona against Seattle. I don't see no defensive plays on those teams.
I just say points in that game.
Yeah, and he has Kelsey. I mean, he don't even have to get like 100 yards.
No,
he still gets 30 points. You know.
Question for you.
Yeah.
If you were to do the draft today.
Yeah.
Knowing what we know, is Saquon Barkley the first overall pick?
I don't know about first overall, but maybe top 3.
Yeah. Who would you think that is the first overall pick if we do the draft over again?
Since there's not too many running backs that could get that kind of numbers, I'll say Nick Chubb, man.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb, like that team, that's the guy.
Yeah.
And the way he runs, it looks like a tank.
Oh, dude,
you know what I mean?
So, and it's surprising, but I mean, I agree with you there. I think my top 3, definitely Chubb, definitely Barkley. I think then I throw in a receiver. It's either Jefferson or Kupp. That goes number 3 for me.
Oh, you can't go wrong with either one of those guys.
So I think that if you had to redo it, those would definitely be the top 3.
Man, I wish we could redo it. Jesus.
And the only 2 that were probably just regularly going in the first round would have been Jefferson or Kupp.
Yeah.
Because the other 2 were definitely like second and third rounders.
Yeah.
It was
late picks.
Yeah. So definitely got some steals there if you ended up with them on your team there. I like your receivers this week. I like Diggs, especially after what Devontae Adams just did to KC. I really like the potential there, especially Josh Allen is on fire right now.
Yeah, that KC DBs, I don't know. I mean, if Devontae Adams could score 40 points on him, I believe Diggs could do better QB. I mean, now they're going to be eyeing Davis also. I mean, he's a deep threat too, so it's not going to be double team all the time. So...
Yeah, that should open up some space for Diggs.
I'm worried about CeeDee Lamb.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. The like nobody, Philly's doing really well this year. Nobody's really talking a lot about them because they don't have like top players every week. Like I said earlier, Hurts, he's like quietly steady.
I think
similar.
everybody's been kind of just steady on that team,
And their defense has been playing well too. I mean,
yeah, I think it was the worst week for them last week against Arizona.
Yeah,
and that was the worst week that defensive team had. I don't know. I like CeeDee Lamb this week, especially if Cooper Rush is the quarterback. He seems to find good opportunities for CeeDee Lamb to get the ball.
Well, he just got to hold on to the ball. Jesus.
Yeah. Biggest question mark, of course, you got Michael Pittman going in the lineup.
That's why I don't know, because I was looking. I don't have anybody on the bench, so might start Kittle this week for the first time.
Ooh, man, we are going.
Against
we're
Atlanta.
Reaching. We're reaching
against Atlanta. So I don't know.
How bad have the tight ends been this year?
Oh,
it's been awful. Like unless you have Kelsey or Andrews,
that's it.
You really got nothing.
Yeah, but even Andrews is streaky.
Yeah, streaky.
You know what I mean?
Kelsey's been more consistent.
Yeah,
but none of them have been putting up a ton of yards.
Yeah, no, nobody's really man.
Yeah, none of them have been putting up a ton of yards. It's mostly red zone targets for Kelsey. Andrews is more that Lamar's trying to get out of the pocket. The pocket's collapsing. Where's Mark Andrews at?
Yeah.
He does have Olave going. I like Olave. Remember, Olave's moved around. I initially drafted him, made him move for a running back, and he ends up on Asian's team.
Yeah,
I like Olave. Yeah, I really liked Olave. It was hard to let him go, but sometimes in fantasy sports you gotta make the moves you need to.
That's how you win.
So yeah, I mean, I saw you picked up Michael Carter. Listen, there's
nobody out there.
Yeah, there's just nobody out there, especially after you and Foggy made that Herbert for Waller trade. Jesus. That my good, you're almost hoping for Montgomery to take a week off.
Man, they're saying last week I started Herbert because they're saying, Montgomery, he might come back, but if he does, it's gonna be limited play. Man, he looked good.
He looked really good. I mean, he only had 12 carries, but he made the most of them.
Yeah, he looked good, man. He didn't look like he was hurt.
All right, next matchup. You got Blind Squirrel coming off his first win of the season against Funbags.
That's going to be a tough matchup, I think, for Blind Squirrel this week. If Funbags key players do what they're doing the last couple of weeks, it's going to be kind of tough. But Blind Squirrel, I mean, I'm just looking at the lineup right now.
He had to pick up a quarterback because Derek Carr's on bye. He grabs Daniel Jones. I don't mind the pickup. I don't think it's that bad of a pickup, especially the way Daniel Jones is playing it safe.
Yeah,
he's not gonna knock your socks off. He's not gonna have a 30-point game.
Yeah,
but he's gonna be consistent at that 15 to 20-point range, somewhere in there, as long as he doesn't throw any interceptions, which he's been staying away from. He's been doing a lot of dump offs. They found creative ways to get Saquon Barkley the ball rather than just running the ball. So I think that was a good pickup by him.
I think the key thing on his team right now, if his key players could score, I think he has a good shot.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And, man, Walker coming in with Penny out against Arizona, I think he might do good this week. So, and Godwin against, like I said, Pittsburgh defense. Sutton against Chargers. It's going to be Monday night air show, I think, over there. So,
yeah, I mean, as long as Kamara.
Yeah, I think I was going to say that too. If Kamara can keep
this
up,
pace, I think he'll be okay.
He'll have a good shot.
My biggest concern, though, I think Kyler Murray goes nuts this week. He's playing Seattle.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
That's a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
The only thing that Seattle is going for him is Kyler Murray tends to struggle in the first half. All of his points come in the second half.
Could it be because he wore the lime green suit?
Yeah. I know you were jealous. I think that's got to be a bet for next year. If you finish last in the league, you have to show up one day wearing the lime green suit.
Oh man,
we can just go rent one somewhere, almost like Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. Get the top hat.
Get the top hat with it too. Oh yeah.
This one, I think I'm gonna go Blind Squirrel. I think he's gonna continue the streak. He's good at streaks, buddy.
Yeah, he's been yeah, he's good at. I also too I like Blind Squirrel in this matchup, just because I think his players have some more upside than what Funbags has. If Funbags continues, Austin Eckler for him is going to be the key. Austin Eckler and Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
If Austin Eckler continues this pace that he's on the last couple of weeks, Yeah, I think Funbags will easily do it. But if he comes back down to earth, especially playing Denver's defense,
Yeah.
Denver, listen, with all their faults with the quarterback play and their offense, their defense has been stout.
Yeah.
So I think he has a tough matchup this week. Next matchup is going to be Joe Mama versus Boobies. This one will be interesting. Joe Mama's he's a heavy favorite. He's at 4-1. Boobies needs a win.
Booby's got a lot of question marks on his team.
Oh
right now.
man, he's still got Bridgewater in the lineup.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
Brees Hall, he's got Brees Hall on the team. He's been surprisingly good. He shocked me. I didn't like either one of the Jets running backs this year, but they've been okay in fantasy.
Oh, this one. Oh man, Najee Harris have to wake up. Samuel, I think he's gonna have a good game this week. Lazard might have a good game. T. Higgins still questionable.
Yeah, I don't think I like either one of their quarterbacks, any of their quarterbacks going. Herbert playing Denver's defense, Burrow playing the Saints. I know the Saints have given up a lot of points, but that offensive line hasn't looked great, and the timing of that offense looks off. And we already talked about Justin Fields.
Yeah,
Jesus. But Bridgewater's still in their lineup. I think he'll ultimately move to Brissett that he's got on the bench there.
Well, if the lineup starts like this, Bridgewater might outscore Justin Fields because if he doesn't play, it's a 0.
Yeah,
Justin Fields throws a pick 6. That's minus.
You might get minus points. But I give them the running back matchups. I do like Chubb and Robinson.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They should be solid.
Yeah.
Najee, man, a guy you drafted in the first round.
Yeah, he might lose some reps.
Ooh, man,
he might lose some reps here.
It's getting rough.
Jamar Chase, he hasn't been doing well, but hey, we all know what he could do.
You're hoping for a correction this week.
But I don't think it matters because he has Cooper Kupp.
Kupp is going to be steady. Yeah, Kupp is going to be steady.
That's the only guy that Stafford throws to, right? Jesus.
Yeah. I like Deebo Samuel on the other end, especially the matchup against Atlanta.
Yeah, I like Deebo. But I like Mike Evans against Pitt also. I think that's going to be a lot of scores there.
And he's got Lockett going in.
Can he do it again?
Oh, man.
Can Geno make it happen?
It's gonna be interesting. He's got James Conner going. Don't know what that's gonna look like. What his timeshare is gonna be because I know he is a little banged up.
Yeah.
I know they said they were gonna get Eno Benjamin more involved, but I mean, Eno Benjamin. I love Eno Benjamin in the passing game. I think he's a great receiver, but he doesn't get the volume for me to really make a difference.
Yeah, Boobies. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely be interesting. I'm definitely taking Joe Mama.
Yeah, me too. Joe Mama.
I think Joe Mama wins this one. Sorry, Boobies. I just I don't think your matchups fare well this week. All right, last matchup of the week is going to be big time Sean versus Natan.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He's got Russell Wilson in the lineup, bro.
Yeah, it don't matter who he could bench that spot.
Yeah.
Josh Allen will cover for it all. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, if Josh Allen has another game like he did.
It's going to be fun game.
Oh, yeah.
Allen against Mahomes, actually.
Yep.
They're playing, so we'll see. We'll see what happens there.
Yep, Montgomery. He's got Nathan's got Montgomery and Gordon going. I don't think those bad plays. Like Gordon I thought he had a decent game the previous Thursday night. As bad as that game was in total.
Yeah.
Gordon had a good game. He just didn't get in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Jones was kind of the same way.
Yeah.
Didn't have a bad game, just didn't get in the end zone.
Wilson might have a good game.
Jeff Wilson. Here's my interesting is if Davis Price comes back, they just signed Tevin Coleman to the active roster, so he's going to be on the team fully. As much as he was involved last week, and if Price comes back, does Wilson's share go down?
I don't know. I mean, they have to keep the hot streak, right?
I mean, it's Kyle Shanahan. Yeah. The guy changed his quarterback. Running backs.
Yeah, you might be right.
It's almost like it's been like New England's running situation. You're like you never know which running back to play. I kind of get the same feeling with the Niners right now. He's got Nathan's got Jalen Waddle.
I don't know.
I don't like the matchup because if Bridgewater doesn't play, definitely don't like that matchup. The rookie doesn't seem to look for him at all.
He probably don't know what he's doing.
I think that guy's a little lost. Devontae Smith, that should be interesting. I think A.J. Brown gets Diggs covering him most of the time, so this should open up some stuff for Devontae Smith. I look for him to have a big game. Gabe Davis, you already saw what the deep threat did to Kansas City when Devontae Adams.
Oh, yeah.
Gabe Davis is I think a much faster receiver. This could be another big game for him.
Oh, man. That's going to be scary. It's going to be scary. Because Mike Williams, I mean, he stepped up last week.
Yeah. Marquise Brown going for big-time Sean. That could be dangerous playing Seattle's defense.
Yeah.
McLaurin hasn't had a big year.
That whole team, I think like week 1 they showed some players doing all right, but after that you didn't really see.
No, it's a lot of names you're not accustomed to seeing. McLaurin really hasn't had. He's had a steady year. Hasn't been
nothing stellar.
Yeah, it hasn't been stellar. It hasn't been terrible, but it hasn't been stellar. CEH going for Natan. You know, he's got to get in the end zone. No matter that tough thing.
I think that's the only way he's gonna get some scores.
He's playing Buffalo, man. He's playing.
Man,
Buffalo.
Nathan, you got another empty spot on your roster. Come on, man.
Dude, you need a kicker, bro.
What's going on here?
You picked up Butker, but is he gonna play?
Yeah.
You've picked up more kickers than most of us do in 3 seasons, bro.
Wow. All right. So this one, I don't know, unless there's some kind of typhoon somewhere, something in Buffalo and KC game. Other than that, I think is big time Sean.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with big time Sean in this matchup. I just think right now his players a little more on a hot streak. Natan's got some issues going on with his lineup. His guys haven't been performing. Mahomes has been steady. Garoppolo has been steady. Garoppolo hasn't been great, but he's staying in that 15 to 20 point range. So can't really ask for too much more from your quarterback, especially a quarterback like Garoppolo.
Yeah. Man, this is a good Sean's team. He had Pollard on the bench.
Yeah.
I'd love to have him on my lineup.
Oh, my. Pollard on the bench. I mean, that's but Pollard's had those boom or bust weeks. It's either really good or really, really bad. You almost have to try to time that out, and that's difficult. You're going to have those misses. All right, guys, we're going to do the Just $1 segment. Last week, Lee went with the combination of Geno Smith, Saquon Barkley, and Cooper Kupp. He got himself a total of 82.52 points for the week. Great week, but mine was better.
Man.
Had the combination of Jalen Hurts, Nick Chubb, and Stephon Diggs. Gets me a total of 87.26. I now hold the advantage at 2-1 in the Just $1 segment.
That was a good matchup too, man.
Yeah, I mean that was
pretty,
good.
Pretty close.
Yeah, everybody scored well. It came down. I think it was a Chubb in the he came up. That was pretty good. So.
Oh man.
All right, this week, Lee, who are you going with this week?
I'm gonna roll with Geno Smith again.
Geno, he trusts.
Yeah, and they're playing Arizona, so he might be. I don't know. I think he's gonna light it up. The past few weeks, he's been very steady, scoring points for me. Like I said, he was like the top player on my team. So I'm not gonna break the streak.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with Geno on this one.
No, not a bad matchup for Geno Smith this week. He's like you said, he's been rolling. I'm gonna go with that quarterback. I'm gonna go with Kyler Murray. Like I said, I think he's gonna have a big day. I look for him to hyper target, of course, Marquise Brown. But getting Rondale Moore back, saw a career high in snap percentage last week. I think he's going to really start getting involved. Could see, but he's getting more 2 receiver looks than AJ Green now. So now is he filling it? I know he plays a slot in a 3 wide receiver set, but even when they play a 2 wide receiver set, he's getting in there more than AJ Green is. So I think his uptake goes.
Yeah, I think AJ Green now is more of those veterans that's there for motivation or teaching the young guys,
He's like a novelty item.
Yeah.
Running back, I'm going with Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, I can't go wrong there.
No, I can't. I like the Dalvin Cook matchup. I think he can have a big day with multiple touchdowns. So I'm gonna ride that wave.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Kenneth Walker.
Good pick.
Yeah. I know we could have went with the names that we always go with, but I want to do something a little bit different. My sleeper of the week, maybe.
He just wants an excuse if he loses.
Nah, I ain't gonna lose 3 weeks in a row. Come on now. But yeah, against Arizona, like I said, I think it's gonna be a high scoring game for both of those teams. So Geno and Walker.
There you go. Now. There you go. Who's your receiver this week?
I went with Mike Evans. Yeah, I'm hoping he does Gabe Davis numbers this week against Pittsburgh defense.
Yeah, against Pittsburgh's defense.
I mean, it's gonna hurt me.
It's going to hurt you in your heart.
Yeah.
But it's going to make you happy in the fantasy.
I got to win the dollar, man. Yes. Come on. It's all about the dollar.
Got to get back to even, baby.
Come on, man.
I'm going to go with Tyler Lockett. So I'm going to trust your boy Geno in a sense, but I'm going to go with Lockett. He has looked really good.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just can't explain it. I thought there'd be a huge fall off with him and DK Metcalf this year, and it hasn't turned out to be the truth. I mean, they've looked really good with Geno Smith, especially for a team who couldn't decide who the starting quarterback was going to be with Drew Lock and Geno. And man,
yeah, they put him there for a reason, I guess. I mean, he's showing that he's doing good and he could do well over there. And like we talked about earlier, yeah, it might be the system, man.
Yeah,
I don't think it was the Russell Wilson over there that was doing anything.
Nah, yeah, I think the system is gonna definitely do good for him, and I like Tyler Lockett this week. All right, guys, listen. If you're listening to the show, please subscribe, make some comments in there. Let us know what you'd like to hear, maybe some suggestions. We would gladly appreciate any of it. We're going to try to get some more guest speakers on in the future shows. So any of you guys want to participate, please let us know. We'll figure out a way to get you on the show.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun, guys.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have you guys on. So that'll do it for this week. Remember, guys, set your lineups. Make sure you have your injuries set aside and got a starting lineup set that's on.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Always remind you.
Man, it could be like a closing out segment.
That's always our
Nathan's
segment.
lineup.
Remember, dude, you still need to put a kicker in your starting lineup because
please.
you're missing a spot. Come on, man.
Some kickers score like 15 points.
Look at last week. Last week we had some guys scoring 16, 18 points. I mean, it was a good week for kickers. So, hey, hopefully you find a good one, buddy. But anyways, guys, good luck this week. Stay safe. And those of you that are also in our Fantasy Hockey League, we'll be starting a show coming up this Sunday. I'm going to record just a kind of breakdown of what's going on. A lot of people are kind of confused on that. So look out for that show coming out this Sunday for our Fantasy Hockey League, guys. So until next week, we'll see you later, guys.
All right, see you guys next week.